Hello, welcome to our Below the Line Club Supplier Spotlight. We're really pleased to have Robust Promotions and Greg Seei on the call today, and hope you find this to be a valuable time. Just briefly, a little bit about our presenter, Greg Seei. Greg's a graduate of the Entrepreneurial Studies at the University of Chicago. Greg has successfully launched and operated 4 separate businesses in the last 26 years. Done some work with Travel Centers of America, At Home, and even UPS. He launched Robust Promotions in 2006, the outgrowth of an extensive 18-month collaboration between leading experts in the development and implementation of promotional gaming and incentive marketing programs. So Greg is an expert in loyalty and marketing, and today we're going to be talking about how we can use loyalty and marketing to compete with some of the largest chains out there by cooperating. So Greg, turn it over to you and share with us a little bit about how we can collaborate together and drive new business to our stores.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Nice to be with you, Jed, and BTL Club today. So not to supplant or replace loyalty, but to distinguish what we're proposing as a set of tools to coexist with loyalty. There are some challenges with loyalty. It's our contention that small price discounts and small incentives don't move the needle for obvious reasons. But
that is something I've certainly heard from several retailers. Boy, I've made this big investment into loyalty, and yeah, it was okay, but it didn't give me the bang for the buck that I was hoping it to.
Yeah, and there's a lot of reasons. Just a primer on promotions, sweeps, and contests, try to keep this semi-short. We've been in business, as I said, for 15 years. We've done over 500 campaigns, promotional campaigns, usually with sweepstakes overlays, so they have instant win prizes so that there's instant gratification. There's also excitement of larger prizes that are usually conferred with a drawing at the end of the promotion. Sometimes they're seated during the promotion, like on a weekly basis, to keep excitement up. We get about 80% of our revenue annually from repeat customers. Now, that's rather unique. So the fact that we get 80% of our work from repeat customers, we think says an awful lot about the efficacy of what we do. It's not that we're popular people, it's that what we do really works. We've had
so tell me, Greg, what do you do differently than others to have the numbers that you quoted?
What we do isn't radically different than, say, Ogilvy and Mather, or here in Chicago, Leo Burnett. But they do soup to nuts. They can do Super Bowl commercials. They can do, they can get billboard. They can do all kinds of things at scale that an agency like ours can't. We are more, think of us in law terms, more like patent law practice, where we specialize. We do nothing but sweepstakes and promotions for retailers. What that's allowed us is to get a catbird seat into transactional data from a decade and a half. So we know the efficacy of a prize in a geographic location, in a specific sector, at a specific time of year, how it relates to the cost of the prize that was given in most cases in the restaurant space, for instance. The majority of the prizes that we recommend are food, because the retail value is $1, but the food cost was typically 30 to 33 cents. We track every single thing and wring out the value, and it's part art and part science. And because we specialize, we've just gotten really, really good at it. What we're proposing for BTL right now, we tried to sweeten the pot. The buy-in for the program that we're going to pitch later in the promotion or in the presentation here is $250 per location to invest to get into the program for 1,000 game cards. 1 in 20 win that, so that the net value of the prizes alone, just the instant win prizes, is $1,250 for an investment of $250 to start. So that's the kind of thing that we can do because of the success that we've had over the time that we've been in business. So that's something we're really excited about. I was going to get to that later, but you asked now. So that's a lot on us. Why do we recommend games of chance? Why do we have so much success with it? Well, they have huge consumer appeal. If you just look at something that's analogous, familiar to your industry, many of you sell state lottery. That's an $80 billion a year industry. That's enormous. That equates to $250 for every man, woman, and child in the U.S. annually. 25 states made more money in 2019 with state lottery revenues than the corporate income taxes. I want to get into politics and corporate income taxes, but that's pretty telling about the size of it. And more spent on lottery games than movie, concert, and sports tickets combined. So people like games of chance. They simply like them. What we do is instant wins and sweepstakes that are sisters to lotteries. Ours are generally rewards for consumer behavior. The lottery is a consumer behavior in and of itself. It's effectively gambling, but it's legal because it's sanctioned by the states. So I wanted to bring the power of the lottery into your marketing program, basically. It was just a, I don't know, photographic representation of some of the promotions that we've done in some of the spaces. There's almost limitless opportunity for using these tools. If I had the chance to, on the corner between station A or station B, and I could win a car at station B, we're making the case that people will choose station B, and a significant percentage of people. I personally would. And you just have to ask yourself. So the challenges for retailers, kind of touched on this because of Jed's questions. They're legion in your space, most notably that it's difficult to differentiate yourself from your competitor. And again, contractually, we'll make it so that at 10% we stop, and you'll be protected. Anyone who joins in the co-op will be protected for a geographic region, and we'll work with you to make sure that it covers you reasonably. So Wyoming, the distance would be different than it would be in Manhattan, obviously. But whatever agreement we come to, it'll be contractual. You have right of first refusal. So that as long as you want to stay in the program, you have right of first refusal. None of your competitors can do what you're doing. The Stop and Win program is what we created for your industry, and we're offering it to BTL. The first 100 BTL people who join forces and want to partake of this, we're asking for a $250 investment, gets you 1,000 scratch-off cards to start. We're only asking you to hand them out to people who ask. It's not a spray and pray. You don't hand it to every single person who comes onto your property. It's just the people who spend $10 in the store or a minimum 10 gallons fill. Either one of those two would be qualifying purchases. And in that event, they still have to ask the cashier who's wearing a button, how do I win 100? How do I win $50,000? How do I win a car? Ask me. There'll be POP scattered throughout the property that's also included in the $250. And anyway, that starter 1,000 we think won't last very long. We think that with word of mouth that you'll be back and asking for more. The anticipated ROI we think is going to be 1,100%. We'll know more later because we get pretty much census data on this. It's not surveyed because everybody who enters has to give us their contact information so that they can be notified in the event that they win. So we get legitimate data from these promotions. We don't get people entering Mickey Mouse 123 Any Street USA because they want to be contacted in the event that they win. So the mantra that we've been beating, more scale equals bigger prizes, and that's the opportunity. Well, free cars and cash prizes make the local news and change lives. 3 cents off a gallon, that's the more extreme of the 3 to 5 cents range that we see so prominent and prevalent out there. Just think to yourself, do you ever see nightly news where they say, oh, this person won, they saved $1.50 at their fill up? No, they don't. But if somebody wins something significant, there's a chance that local media picks it up. If they do, you get free advertising out of it. That's my contact information, a little bit more about our organization. You can see some of our clients on the right, a small sampling. I want to point out the third bullet point from the bottom and the more about us. We originated the Albertsons Monopoly game. They're running it year after year because it's going gangbusters, but they've already given away $3 billion through that property. And that's the kind of power that we can bring to your industry. And Albertsons was kind of not sure at the beginning. So anyway, I just wanted to point out that these things have legs and they can get very, very big. And we anticipate this is going to get very, very big. And we're offering BTL the first opportunity to get on board. Thanks, everyone.
Well, thank you, Greg. It sounds like the moral of the story is go big with a comparatively few number of prizes as opposed to have a lot of prizes that have relatively small payoffs for the quote-unquote winners at the end of the day. So really appreciate your time today, helping us get educated, I guess I should say, on promotions and how to use them effectively in our organizations. Thank you, Greg.
Thanks so much for your time. Bye, Jed.
Bye.